All right, we have breaking news, a possible hostage situation right now in southeast Memphis. It's going on at Chuck Avenue and Dunn Green Street.
Memphis Fire said they've had an ambulance on standby since 3:30 this morning. We have Fox 13's Brooke Thomas out there with more. Brooke, what is happening?
Hey, right now, Val and Ernie, basically we can hear police they have their large megaphone out here, and we can hear them yelling for someone to come out. We are incredibly blocked away from the scene, and I have to tell you, there are probably about 20 or 30 emergency cars out here, from police to fire. Like you said, there's an ambulance out here on standby. Police will not confirm whether this is a hostage situation or not. We've asked them. They said that's not something they're talking about right now. But they have told us that there were shots fired in this area earlier this morning. They've been out here for more than 4 hours right now. On the megaphone, I wish you could hear it. It's kind of muffled right here, but if you're closer, they're asking someone to come out and saying they are not going to leave until that person does come out, saying that stuff like that over the megaphone. Once again, so yes, shots fired early this morning. They've been out here since 3:39. Right now, they are not confirming whether this is a hostage situation, a standoff situation, anything like that. They will not comment on that, but they do have an ambulance on standby. Reporting live in South Memphis, I'm Brooke Thomas. Good morning, Memphis.
Hey there, Brooke. Still got clouds in Shelby County, but the rain's pushed off towards Fayette County, away from us. But what's on the ground is creating a problem out there. Just got a report from the desk, the news desk here at Fox 13, that flooding in Fraser up around Mountain Terrace. Nikita Brown reports a dog was actually swimming in the front yard. So, Nikita, if you can send a picture of that in, tweet it to us, we appreciate it. Folks, take a look at Truva. You can see what's left of those showers moving out of Shelby County into Fayette County with the lightning. So you folks in the Fayette County, you're now picking up some of those heavy storms that are moving through there with some possible flooding for you as well. Certainly some heavy lightning going along with that. Meanwhile, today we'll see these numbers up to around 87. The rain should become more scattered towards the afternoon and isolated at best. Overnight tonight, certainly isolated. Low temperature around 72, scattered showers, but it comes back again tomorrow with showers and thunderstorms in the forecast. Temperatures in the mid-80s tomorrow, low 80s into Sunday. We'll stay dry Monday and Tuesday before we see another chance of rain around Thursday. By the way, we do have an app that you can use to track these storms at myfoxmemphis.com. Use that smartphone, the Droid or the iPhone. We've got it there for you anytime you need to use it. That's your weather for now. Here's your road patrol traffic and Miss Heather York. Oh, we're going back to the desk, or we're going to traffic?
On Interstate 40 near Witten Road, they have pulled that wreck off to the side. It's causing a bit of a delay out there, but it is moving. That's westbound 40 at Witten Road. We're wrapping up a wreck on Airways at Shelby Drive. That should be out of the way momentarily. We have a FedEx truck that's full of ammunition. Lamar at Rains Road, that's involved in a wreck. They've called for the fire department out there. That's Lamar at Rains Road. We have a wreck on State Line at Interstate 55, and a new one not too far away from that on Shelby Drive at Interstate 55. That's your Fox 13 Road Patrol traffic. I'm Heather York.
All right, we have at least 2 deadly shootings overnight in Memphis.
Yeah, shots ringing out in the wee hours of the morning while many of us were sleeping. Fox 13 Scott Mattis is joining us live with more information. What's up, Scott?
Yeah, good morning, Ernie and Valerie. The most recent homicide occurred directly behind me, right here off Weaver and Fields. And as I was talking to some people who live in and around this area, they didn't want to go on camera, but they tell me that they heard 4 gunshots at 4 o'clock in the morning. When they looked outside, they saw the body of a female sitting right there by the sidewalk and the grassy area. Memphis police arriving at the scene, confirming with us that it was, in fact, a fatal shot, at least one of them, that killed somebody here again at Fields and Weaver Road around 4 o'clock in the morning. Then at 2 o'clock in the morning, just 2 hours prior to that, down in southeast Memphis, of course we're in southwest Memphis right now, at the 10 Mile Creek apartment complex at 2 o'clock in the morning, gunshots again rang out. Memphis Fire confirming, then Memphis Police, that a 28-year-old male was shot in the chest. He died at the scene. Now, I can tell you that Memphis Police, well, they need your help because as we understand right now, well, they are still looking for the people who pulled those individual triggers on those guns, killing at least 2 people. If you have any information that can help, call Crime Stoppers. Their number, 528-CASH. For now, live in southwest Memphis, Scott Mattis, Good Morning Memphis.
Rough night. Well, with nights like that, We have people shot in the streets of Memphis. Do you really want to lay off police officers? Well, higher taxes or major cuts to services and massive layoffs may be in our future. Pressing questions as leaders in Memphis try to grapple with spending. Thursday, the mayor submitted a new budget plan required by the state after a negative report from the state comptroller. The mayor's new budget includes options that could mean thousands of layoffs or a major tax hike. Those layoffs could include police officers and firefighters. The full council will consider the budget next week, but this is a hot topic. Would you be willing to pay higher taxes in order to save the jobs of public safety personnel? Text the word safety to 65635 and answer yes or no. And let us know what you think on the MyFox Memphis Facebook page or hit us up on the Twitter. Hashtag Fox13GMM.
So that's not the only hot issue going on in the city. There's also that emissions testing situation back in the news, and it now seems the governor of Tennessee has something to say about this. And Fox 13's Trey Paul following this developing story for us. So what's the latest, Trey?
Well, starting June 30th, we don't know who's going to pay for vehicle emissions testing. City Council cut funding for it last year because they say the people who live in Memphis shouldn't be the only ones paying for it, so it won't be them. Well, that decision meant the county would have to take over. Well, then the county commission decided it wouldn't be them either. That left the state. And to answer your question, Governor Haslam says it's not the state's job either. So city funding for the emissions testing runs out Friday, June 30th. And after that, Mayor A.C. Wharton says the state will notify the Environmental Protection Agency Memphis has ended the program. And that could cost Memphis and Shelby County residents millions of dollars because we could be fined by the EPA. Now, City Council member Lee Harris says he will move forward with an ordinance to exempt those who live in the city of Memphis from the inspection requirement altogether. This first reading on that measure will be this Tuesday, June 3rd, and we'll keep you up to date on that. Live in the studio this morning, Trey Paul. Good morning, Memphis.
Always something. And how about this? The push for that online sales tax has not been popular to a lot of Tennesseans.
Yeah, and Republicans have led the charge against this tax. Well, except for one, U.S. Senator Lamar Alexander. He's caught a lot of flack from his party for supporting the tax. And now he's defending his stand. Speaking to business leaders in Nashville, the senator laid out the conservative case for the Marketplace Fairness Act. It would essentially allow states to collect sales taxes from out-of-state online retailers when purchases are shipped in-state. Here's what he had to say. This is a quote from him. "This is the way to avoid the state income tax. If a large percent of people who owe the sales tax don't pay it, you're going to look somewhere else for the tax revenue to do things that have to be done. The only other place to look in Tennessee is the income tax." He also touched on what he calls a matter of fairness. All right, more to come on that one. And the man accused of trying to kidnap an elderly woman is back in court today. Charles Hester, he's charged with aggravated kidnapping and aggravated robbery. Police say he went up to a 74-year-old woman on South Mendenhall and asked for a ride to Nashville. When she said no, he told her he had a gun. She ran away, and witnesses followed the man and took his picture. That picture helped lead to him turning himself in. He's in court today.
This is an unusual story, kind of a newsflash. In court today, two dudes who tried to buy 2 kilos of cocaine with fake money. It was stacks of newspaper cut up to look like money, and they thought they'd get away with it. Well, police say these dudes, Sean Washington, he's charged with conspiring to commit aggravated robbery, cocaine charges, and weapons charges. The other guy, George Vicchio Hampton, also charged. According to the arrest report, they had a third person with them, but he's not in custody. See, undercover agents made the arrest at the Microtel on Germantown Parkway. They had told these dudes they'd sell them 2 kilos of coke. And the third suspect brought these 2 dudes with them. They got arrested. The other guy is still out there. I'm sure it won't be long before they nab him, too.
All right, 10 minutes after 8 now, and today you can help Memphis City Schools aid the tornado victims in Oklahoma. Check out these images from Moore, Oklahoma. They're motivating the school system to take some action. Well, those aren't the images yet, but the district has set up an Oklahoma relief fund so that employees and the community can help out. So here's what you need to do. You can drop off donations at the Memphis City Schools Administration Building over at 2597 Avery Avenue. All the proceeds will go to the American Red Cross.
It's been years in the making, but we understand that new Methodist Healthcare Hospital in Olive Branch will open in August. One feature of that new hospital is an infant protection system on the labor and delivery floor. Wristbands placed on babies. Cut the wristband or move the baby off the floor without checking out. And an alarm sounds and the doors lock. The hospital also has a system for tracking the response time of nurses.
The patient comes in and presses the call button on the nurse call, say they want to go to the restroom, want a glass of water, need some help from the nurses. We actually can track that nurse as she comes in here. She has a little badge she wears so that we can address any issues of it taking too long.
Methodist looking to fill 250 permanent jobs. Half of those positions already filled, so really they're looking to fill about 125 jobs. For a link to Methodist Healthcare's Career Center, if you want one of those jobs, go to our website. It's myfoxmemphis.com. Boy, that's great news.
Yeah.
Jobs, and get in there now, apply, and start working in August or maybe before.
Yeah, good deal. I like that security deal
I
for
do
the
too.
maternity ward. All right, a dog plays catch, but not with a ball. This video is going viral. Look at that.
What would you do if you went to the potty and saw a furry face looking up at you? Yeah, I think I know what I'd do. Hey, we've got the story after the break. Good grief.